Is this the best possible sound? Is the microphone upside down? Can you hear me okay? Can you see me okay? I'm really working with this. I don't know. It's Michelle Benet. And so I want to talk about this scammers and the law of attraction. So it was a long time ago, a few years ago, I had let my insurance at my job lapse. I don't know why. I just missed open enrollment. And so I felt like, okay, you need some insurance, some health insurance, because anything can happen, the whole reason you get it anyway. And so I found some insurance company. I guess I thought for some reason I thought it was legit. And then it felt legit because when they sent the insurance card, it, had my name, some policy number and everything. It barcode, the things, the makings of things that look legit. And so I frequent law of attraction a lot, right? And then I'm like, well, I am desiring abundance in the financial field and stuff. And I was like, I just want to see if it worked. And it did. And so unrelated to this insurance, this payment that I paid them for in the car and everything that I never used, I ended up about a month ago, I ended up getting a check in the mail for $109.95, or I'm sorry, $109.55, and it should be like right here. I'll show it to you. And I was thinking about, it really works. Not to say that you're surprised by it, but when you put the time and your like energy and your thought process and things that make you feel happy toward this goal that you really want to see coming to fruition, and it does, why are we surprised? Portion brought to you in part by, I'm just kidding. But there was a trip to Barbados that I was going to be a part of when I went to the community college. And so I paid my money. I was all happy that I was about to go leave the country for the first time. And that was back in 2019, like the last week, 2019 to like the first week of 2020. So I was like, okay, new millennium. Is it new millennium or is it different? Oh no, new decade. I'm going out of the country. I had got my, paid up month by month, however often we were to pay it. So anyway, I paid the whole thing up. And so I was like, okay, I'm ready to go. And then I started to implement law of attraction because I'm like, okay, I've been paying for that. And let me see if this will work again. And so, you have to be real specific with the universe. I paid for my trip. It ended up being $3,049. I remember because I remember. And so I said, okay, law of attraction, did my work and see, it's coming to fruition. So maybe a few weeks later or whenever this was, I got an email from the coordinator of the trip that said, due to low interest in this travel abroad trip, you'll be receiving refunds. So you could, like, everyone who paid into it will be receiving a refund, so you can come up to the school and get your check and do whatever you have to do. I got it afterwards. And I was like, bummer that I didn't get to go out of the country. I wanted to go I want to go to an island, And so then I thought about it a little bit deeper when I just like sitting and with nothing to do at a particular time. And I'm thinking, I implemented the law of attraction. Like, you really do have to be specific with the universe and say, well, money come into my life, and the money will come into your life. But I always say with no harm to any, because you don't want money coming into your life at the expense of somebody, getting hurt. That ain't what you want. And so I thought about, the universe is really funny. So you do have to be very specific. So I got all my money back and I got what I asked the universe for. It'll meet you where you are. So the cool part about receiving my money back, no trip, was, I was able to just go ahead and pay regular bills, expenses, day-to-day stuff. And I still use law of attraction to see, I keep saying to see if it works. It does work. I use law of attraction because it works. And so I purchased new bedroom furniture. And this was, was from years ago. And so this is not like everything, all this stuff happened last week or a few months ago. After like a few years in between, like a year here or whatever. And so I purchased new bedroom furniture. And I remember I got an email from one car insurance company saying, "Thank you, Michelle, for your payment." And then another email from another car insurance company, "Thank you, Michelle, for your payment." And I'm like, wait a minute. How long have I been paying two insurances for the same car? And so I went on ahead and reached out to the one insurance company I wanted to drop to keep the other one. And they said, "Okay, well, we'll reimburse you. All you got to do is just, we'll reach out to them and have them send us proof that you have been covered the same time as you were covered with us, and we'll reimburse you all of the payment that you had, that you paid because you were paying with that other company." And it worked. So there was a check that I got sent back, like reimbursement check for. It was a little bit over $2,700. And like I said, I purchased some new bedroom furniture, and I was going to start paying it month to month. And the interest rates were a little bit high. I'm like, what is going on? This place is, I better make sure I stay like right on top of these payments so I don't have to pay so much interest, because I hate paying interest and taxes and stuff. It's just like, give me the product. But I know that's not how life is. So I was able to go ahead and pay the furniture off all at once. So that felt great. So like anytime I use law of attraction, money gain and stuff like that, it always works. So it's like, as long as we are thankful ahead of time and we expect the very best and not get in the way of, like our own, like not put our bad thoughts before our faith, I think we come out with what it is we seek. I like to visualize what I seek and then like really get into the feeling of it. Like, how does it feel to have it? I think about the joy it would bring to me, and then I start thinking about something funny, and then that'll make me laugh. And I like to keep that whole attitude all day long, nice and strong. And then I like to carry it with me before I fall asleep too. And I feel like that's a good way to incorporate like this new freshness into your subconscious. So before you go to bed, you can try it. You can do something like think about these things that you seek, who it is you would like to see yourself become, because you are enough. But you know how we feel like, okay, I have things that can be improved upon. I know I do. And so think like that. And I like to not get in the way of my positive thoughts. I don't want to think about the buts or what ifs. So before you go to sleep, think about the good things that you seek to have, that you seek to be, find. Make sure you match with what it is you want to seek. Because, whatever it is that you are will find you. And that's just the way it is. Just don't get in the way of it. And see how good you feel and refreshed you feel when you wake up.